100 years. It's a long time. Longer than almost any of us have been alive. The Stonington Opera House was built in 1886 and reopened in 1912. From the ashes of a terrible fire which burned the original opera house to the ground, almost taking the town with it. We at Opera House Arts believe that celebrating a centennial needed to be a year-long community extravaganza. And so, with the help of our mighty Community Advisory Board, Board of Directors, and new Artistic Advisory Board, we began planning.
Tonight, you will witness theatrical acts of amazement, featuring physical feats of daring do, music, song, comedy, and dance.
The foundation of this celebratory season was one of OHA's original productions, made right here in Stonington, modeled on a vaudeville show the likes of which would have toured to the Opera House 100 years ago. OHA is one of only 3 theaters in the state to commission, develop, and premiere performances original to Maine. We engaged Shakespeare in Stonington favorite Geoffrey Froissart to create and direct 10 real star acts. Vaudeville and melodrama are 2 of Geoffrey's areas of theatrical expertise. Working with historical materials pulled together by executive director Linda Nelson, Geoffrey and the cast devised a show that touched our hearts and stunned our senses, transporting us back and forth between 2012 and 1912 as easily as dancing through time. Other celebrations of the Centennial season included a year-long free Centennial movie series of the best films of the last 100 years, a Brazilian batucada parade down Stonington's Main Street, and a giant slideshow of historic images of Stonington and its opera house projected onto the face of the opera house's historic tower and overlooking our busy working waterfront.
You didn't know how much you were my conqueror, and that my sword, made weak by my affection, would obey it at all costs.
Antony and Cleopatra, staged at the newly renovated Burnt Cove Church, shared 4 cast members with 10 real star acts, putting those artists in residence in our community for a longer, more in-depth stay. This original production, directed by Craig Baldwin and with shape note music composed for it by Philip Owen, set the play amid and around the audience in the starkly white and beautiful 1870 Burnt Cove Church.
Our cares be drowned with thy grapes, our hairs be crowned.
Poppy, good night.
Coinciding with the Opera House's centennial season, the Board of Directors of the Burnt Cove Church asked OHA to enter into a long-term lease of that beautiful facility. For OHA, this meets a need for a secondary performance and rehearsal space. For the church, it means a new, active life in the community under the stewardship of OHA. And for the community, it means another beautiful historic building in which to enjoy music, performances, and other community events, including weddings, the first of which took place in September. Maine Public Broadcasting music director and star soprano Suzanne Nance helped us to reopen this venue in great style on June 2nd, and several concerts by musicians from our community and from around the state of Maine kept the music flowing in the Church on the Rise throughout the summer. At the Opera House, we make work. All the productions you see are original to OHA. We select the director and designers, audition and put together the cast, and foster and cultivate new material. With all the celebrations and renovations, it might have been easy to miss that in addition to 10 real star acts, OHA continued our support for artists, both locally and organically grown and from afar, all in the development of new performance work, thereby adding to the cultural richness of our communities.
I will live my life as a lobsterman's wife on an island in the blue bay. He will take care of me, he will smell like the sea, and close to my heart he'll always stay. I will bear 3 girls, all with strawberry curls, little Ella and Nellie and Faye. While I'm combing their hair, I will catch his warm stare on our island in the blue bay. Here we go. Oh, far away, far away. I want to go far away to a new life on a new shoreline.
We take great joy in supporting young, up-and-coming artists with connections to our community, such as Jamie Watkins and his colleague Mark Van Hare, whose new play, Love is a Mixtape, was in a week-long development residency with OHA this July. By creating opportunities for community members to both participate in the creative process and see new work in development, we build the creative muscles of our community. To give our year-round audiences access to the same high-quality drama as our summer audiences, OHA is committed to an annual dramatic production each February. In 2012, we hired director Peter Richards to take on The Aliens, a play by Annie Baker, one of America's hottest young playwrights. We felt The Aliens would speak to our community, as it follows the story of 3 young men who, alienated from the mainstream life of their town, hang out and build new friendships behind the local coffee shop.
Let's say you're feeling sad, right? You're feeling sad.
Okay.
And you, look at your own sadness from, above. And that's how you're able to say, I feel sad.
A shining example of our development of new work is in our annual All Shorts production, a community 10-minute play festival. 2012 was the 5th year of our playwriting workshop with Maine's most acclaimed playwright, John Cariani. And again, community members took the stage by storm, writing and acting in 7 original new plays made right here on our Maine island, while also extending our unique rural Down East Maine voice out to audiences everywhere.
What Missy doesn't know won't hurt her.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What? Missy just told Justin to meet her in a room.
Shit.
I'm fucked. Missy's gonna kill me if he tells her we hooked up.
You hooked up with Justin?
It's not something I'm proud of.
I was walking along, minding my business without an orange.
Meanwhile, at the Burnt Cove Church in August, a small but sold-out audience got a sneak peek at 2013's gala production in development, The Malay Sisters, a cabaret. Conceived and devised by several of our Shakespeare and Stonington usual suspects, 2 actors and a pianist brought one of Maine's own Pulitzer Prize-winning poets, Camden's Edna St. Vincent Millay, to intimate, vibrant life in our midst. Be sure to buy your tickets in advance for the run of a completed version of this production beginning July 5th, 2013 at the Burnt Cove Church, with a unique and special gala dinner performance at a private home July 8th. The icing on the cake of OHA's new works is without question our popera, Burt Dow, Deepwater Man, with score, book, and lyrics by Maya Abrahamian. Development of this adaptation of the Robert McCloskey book of the same name began in 2008, and the show premiered in 2010. But this past August, with some old and new cast members, OHA relaunched and refined the show in preparation for a statewide tour, April 24th through May 5th, 2013. OHA's mission is to use the performing arts to foster and promote excellence in everyday life. In other words, we view all of our work as educational as well as entertaining. But mixed among the productions are workshops for all ages, whether our annual Island Arts Camp at the Reach Performing Arts Center, which is a collaboration with the Reach and CMARC Community Arts, or bringing in musicians such as guitar master Del Rey for shoulder season masterclasses, collaborating with our schools on performing arts in residence, or even just organizing world music drumming workshops or a Main Street parade. Our Wednesday night Live for Five summer series is a perfect example of where entertainment and education meet for all ages at the Opera House. Whether you know or like modern dance, new drama, storytelling, juggling, or just some crazy Maine musicians, Live for Five, thanks to the Whitman Family Foundation, brings all of it to all of us live for only $5.
A vision quest.
Oh, sure. Wanna make love, but I got no love. I wanna go back, but the past is gone.
My dad said, take a walk around the block. Put on your shoes and socks and take a walk around the block. You're driving me crazy and it's gotta stop.
The 2012 Jazz Fest was supported by a National Endowment for the Arts Jazz Masters Grant, one of only 12 in the country, bringing legendary pianist Kenny Barron to the Opera House's 100-year-old stage.
Did you take formal piano lessons?
Yeah, I did. I took classical lessons from the age of 6.
All my favorite musicians have told me the same thing. I started on piano at 6.
Yeah, well, it's true. I have to admit, I didn't like it. I didn't like lessons.
Right.
I liked the piano. I did not like lessons at the time because, I wanted to go outside and play with my friends. My mothers insisted that I practice.
We began in 2012 to expand our musical offerings. In collaboration with OHA's amazing friend, Grammy Award-winning pianist Paul Sullivan, his original show, P.S. I Love Music, hit its stride with Tom Wolfe, Rob Capello, and others. Guitar Masters drew its annual full house of appreciative blues and roots music lovers.
She keeps her money green. Soon she'll be returning.
I will live my life as a lobster.
And none other than pop star Ingrid Michaelson and her crowd of talented friends closed out the summer schedule with a magnificent 2.5-hour show of musicianship that blew away the standing room only audience.
I will bear 3 girls, all with strawberry curls. We're all blood. We're all blood. Blood brothers. What you need, what you need, I need too. What you are, what you are, I am too. 'Cause we're all the same.
Funky men. They got some driving husbands. Lord knows they got a lot of no good friends. All these friend women sitting around the house all day long, and they are wondering when they're loving Popeye.
Every year of our lives, both as individuals and institutions, brings milestones, some of them celebratory, some of them passages. As we were getting ready for the new production of Burt Dow, Deepwater Man, we were faced with the sudden and unexpected loss of composer Maya Aprahamian, the guiding spirit behind this rollicking celebration of local culture. 80-year-old Maine Country Music Hall of Famer Mac McHale closed out our first season at the Burnt Cove Church in September and died unexpectedly shortly thereafter, following a night on the stage in his hometown of Bangor. And it was in late 2011, as OHA began its 2012 fiscal year, that we lost another of the staunch, visionary community leaders who had been with OHA from its inception, the remarkable Lael Stiegel. Opera House Arts is the result of all of their talents and passions, as well as yours. Lael was leading us on to the next 100 years, and now, here we go.